processing information, thereby inhibiting one's abilities in the educational setting. However, there are other restrictions on these learning disabilities, as discussed through economic, psychological, and social lenses. Hi, my name is Brooke Parks, and I chose to research learning disabilities. More specifically, their hindrances as seen through the student, teacher, and psychologist perspectives. Leading me to my question, how can the United States educational system be changed to help serve those with learning disabilities? As explored by the World Islamic Sciences and Education University, there are a variety of factors that could be to blame for the development of learning disabilities. Firstly, the environment that the child is in was seen to have a direct correlation as their classroom environment affected their performance either positively or negatively, depending on the influence. Additionally, academic factors were investigated, finding that the length of the curriculum and the teaching methods used also had a correlation. Lastly, psychological factors were examined, finding that shyness and dependence due to learning disabilities can make students more prone to low educational achievement. Altogether, the factors explored contribute to various problems that students with learning disabilities face. The early low achievement of students starts in their primary and secondary school years, making them less likely to go to college. If they do choose to go to college, they face significantly higher challenges as explored by Western Michigan State University, which found that although more people with learning disabilities are applying to college, they face significantly higher challenges with very few programs being put in place to supplement them. The most prevalent challenge found was the lack of real-world experience that students get, leaving them to feel unprepared to confidently enter the workplace. As these issues persist, the student becomes less likely to finish school. This typically negatively affects their future economic status as they tend to get lesser paying jobs as they have less educational experience. Psychological problems due to learning disabilities were also seen to affect students negatively, as social, emotional, and behavioral obstructions resulted, such as depression and loneliness. Students see the difference in themselves and their peers, leading to this state of hopelessness. If not corrected, suicidal thoughts could result, eventually ending in death. As the Journal of Genetic Psychology found, students with learning disabilities are more likely to become discouraged, making them more prone to giving up in the academic setting. This attitude due to psychological effects fosters other types of issues as well. As students with learning disabilities are more likely to give up in the academic setting, social problems can result. According to Social Media and the Movement of Ideas found in our stimulus packet by Dr. Edward Kessler, social media sites have grown exponentially in the last 5 years. With this, people are allowed to post comments that they would not normally say. An article, Social Media Poses Threat to People with Intellectual Disabilities by Michigan State University, supports this conclusion, specifically relating it to learning disabilities. This article stated that students with learning disabilities were more likely to trust people that they are unfamiliar with, leading them to engage in socially risky behaviors. This could put the safety of students at risk if something is not done to correct this issue. As seen by the many factors and effects of learning disabilities, it is evident that a transformation needs to be made. A letter from Birmingham Jail by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. states, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." This applies to learning disabilities, as these educational disadvantages could spread elsewhere without the proper solution in place. One solution to alleviate the many challenges experienced by those with learning disabilities is the passing of legislation which would allocate funds towards the education of those with learning disabilities. In doing so, these funds could go towards more individualized support, allowing the education of the students to be tailored to their own needs. However, there are some drawbacks to this solution, as it would be difficult to get enough people on board to support the legislation. Altogether, the best solution to change the educational system is the implementation of new teaching methods and programs. The new teaching methods could include the implementation of modeling tasks in order to allow students to visually comprehend the tasks that they are assigned. Doing so was found to increase learning in an article found in the publication Preventing School Failure. Additionally, Additionally, the inclusion of those with learning disabilities into the traditional classroom was found to have a positive effect. In Italy, this is considered to be effective and is the norm, as all students receive the same opportunity for help as explored in Italy presses forward in educating students with learning disabilities. Among these new programs could be ones that give students real-world experience, allowing them to feel more prepared in the future in the workplace. This program, as explored by Western Michigan State University, was found to have positive effects. Another program that could be put in place would be one which details the dangers of social media, educating students at a young age in order to ensure that these behaviors are corrected early on. However, as with any solution, there are limitations. These teaching methods and programs will be hard to enforce, as it is difficult to observe what is occurring in each individual classroom. The teacher would ultimately have the responsibility of implementing the solution, and they might feel that it is taking away from time spent in other subjects. Also, the degree to which the solution is implemented could vary from teacher to teacher, producing differing effects across classrooms, either positively or negatively. However, if implemented correctly, teaching methods and programs could lead to many positive changes within the educational system. Altogether, teaching methods and programs could increase the understanding of concepts and issues among those with learning disabilities both in and out of the classroom. This increase in understanding can help alleviate the factors and effects of learning disabilities, decreasing their prevalence. A decline in learning disabilities could allow for better success in education, paving the way for future success in the workplace and beyond. In conclusion, although learning disabilities are prevalent and have a variety of factors and effects, these can be relieved with a proper solution. This solution is implementation of teaching methods and programs. With this, we can see a decrease in learning disabilities in the subsequent years. Thank you for your time.
Okay. What evidence did you gather that you didn't use, and then why did you choose not to use it?
So in my solution, I discussed how the use of modeling tasks would be beneficial, but I found two other sources that went more into detail. One was the use of modeling with math, and one was the use of modeling with language arts. But I found a different source that kind of combined the two, and I felt like that would be more beneficial to use because I could use my time elsewhere, and it would be more effective in my presentation.
Okay. And explain the level of certainty that you have about your conclusion, solution, or recommendation.
I'm very certain about my conclusion because there were a lot of different solutions for learning disabilities, and I tried to pick out the ones that I thought were best and that would solve my factors that I found to lead to learning disabilities, which were environmental, psychological, and social. And so I tried to kind of take care of these within my solution of the teaching methods and programs implemented.
Okay, thank you.